There's something eerie about that Mellotron instrument. It's like a memory playing itself back on tape. It doesn't just make music, it makes moods. It's the sound of ghosts and dreams woven into rock songs that really refuse to age. Now today, I want to take you through 12 more songs that show just what a difference this strange and beautiful instrument makes. There are sounds and music that just stop you in your tracks, not because they're loud or flashy, but because they feel alive. One of those sounds has always been the Mellotron. Now this instrument doesn't just play notes, it actually breathes them. You can almost hear the tape wheels turning like ghosts humming behind the music. I'm starting off with King Crimson's Islands from 1971. Now if Starless was King Crimson's Dark Storm, Islands is the calm aft-street. Here we have the Mellotron that doesn't roar, but it sighs. It builds a tender orchestral swell that really rises like the tide beneath Al Collins' cornet and Fripp's delicate guitar. Without it, the track might just drift away. But with that warm, breathing Mellotron, it feels anchored, wistful, human. It's as if the band watching the sun set on some far-off shore, and the Mellotron is just simply painting that sky. The second one is Yes, Close to the Edge from 1972. There's a moment through Close to the Edge where really everything hushes. John Anderson's voice really floats in a kind of sacred space, and then Rick Wakeman brings in that Mellotron choir. It's not a background pad, it's a revelation. The Mellotron turns a song from a rock suite into really a spiritual event. A cathedral suddenly blooming open in sound. You can hear the air shimmer if you listen closely when those chords rise. Back to 1968 now, the Pink Floyd and the Saucerful of Secrets, and here Richard Wright's Mellotron is very subtle, but it's unforgettable once you notice it. Now in the closing section, that soft, swelling Mellotron choir glues the chaos together. It's the band's first taste of real grandeur, I think. The sound of something bigger, really, than them stirring behind the amps. It gives a peace, an eerie, timeless calm, like light filtering through a church windows after a storm. You know that impression? Genesis's Entangled is the next on this list. The song really begins as a gentle dream. There's 12-string guitars, Phil Collins' tender vocals, and then Tony Banks brings in that Mellotron choir. It's like the dream opens its eyes. The choir floats the song away, slowly dissolving into nothing. Without that sound, Entangled would simply fade. But with it, it ascends. The Mellotron turns us from a lullaby into something really transcendent. 1971 and Barclay James Harvey's She Said. Now, if any band truly made the Mellotron their orchestra, it's Barclay James Harvey's. Now in the track, She Said, those strings really are the heartbeat. They surge, retreat, and shimmer beneath the vocals, giving the song a depth far beyond its small lineup. And again, you can almost feel the air moving as each chord blooms. It's lush, dramatic, and absolutely essential. Next, we probably have the king of the Mellotron, Moody Blues, And I'm looking at Melancholy Man from 1970. Mike Pinder's Mellotron is the mood here. Melancholy Man floats at an almost funereal pace, the Mellotron providing that rich, breathing bed of sound beneath the voice. What it is it's slow, it's imperfect, and somehow really quite achingly human. No modern synth could ever replicate that mixture of sadness and comfort. It's the sound of resignation made beautiful.
Like you and me, 'cause he can't see what you and I can see.
The Strawbs' Heroine and Heroine next. Now this is where the Mellotron really goes quite full cinematic. This track begins grounded in folk rock. Then, as the tension builds, the Mellotron strings crash in like a film score. That moment gives the song its wings. The Mellotron adds scale and intensity, turning an acoustic tune into a mythic journey. Really is prog theatre at its finest, due to that instrument. (1975's Hawkwind, The Golden Void). Now Simon House's Mellotron is pure space here. It doesn't play melody, but what it does is it surrounds you. Those sustained chords drift across the track really like solar winds, filling every corner of the mix with that cosmic atmosphere. Whilst it's haunting and weightless, it's the perfect bridge between psychedelia and ambient prog. Those few seconds of Mellotron, they really do make the void golden indeed. Now, Steve Hackett and the Hermit in 1975. Now, in The Void of the Acolyte, Hackett used the Mellotron not for drama, but really for grace. But in this track, it arrives like a soft choir. It comes behind a flute and acoustic guitar. It's really subtle, spiritual, and very serene. It feels like the room itself is humming along. It doesn't draw attention, but it blesses the space. It's the sound of solitude, really without the loneliness. Van der Graaf Generator's Man-Erg now from 1971. We really couldn't have a piece without Van der Graaf Generator. And Peter Hamel's masterpiece really here is of split personalities. The killer lives inside me. The Mellotron amplifies both extremes, gentle and monstrous. When it rises behind Hamel's pleading voice, it feels like an emotional explosion. An invisible orchestra howling inside his head. It's one of the most expressive uses of the instrument ever recorded, in my opinion. There's beauty and terror really in the same breath. In 1975, Pavlov's dog released Julia. And here, the Mellotron isn't shy at all. It's lush, romantic and soaring. The strings swell behind David Surkamp's almost operatic vocal, adding heartbreaking weight to every single line. It transformed the song from an intimate ballad really into a full-blown emotional confession. And finishing with Opeth, a more modern choice here, The Ghost of Perdition from 2005. And really, even decades after prog's golden age, this instrument still whispers in the modern music scene. In Ghosts of Perdition, it sits quite low in the mix, subtle and haunting, cushioning the shifts between heaviness and calm. It's that bridge between past and present. The same voice that once haunted tape machines now blending with 21st century metal. So there you have it. We've got 12 songs here. We've got 12 worlds and one instrument that somehow manages to sound fragile, human, and utterly otherworldly all at once. And what I love most about it is that it's not perfect. It has wobbles, it sighs, it sometimes even fails. But that's why it's beautiful. You can hear the hands of the player, the flutter of the tape, and the hum of age. In this world of flawless digital sound, the Mellotron really reminds us that emotion often lives in the imperfections. So next time you hear that unmistakable swell, that breathy choir or that trembling string, take a moment to listen closely. You're not just hearing notes, you're hearing the ghosts of orchestras past, still singing through a box of spinning tape. Now let me know what your favourite Mellotron moments are, please, as most of this list were determined by suggestions from you guys out there. It is my most favourite of instruments, and it's really easy to see why. Remember to take a look in the description for some additional information, purchase links on the albums, and, extra information about the channel as well. Take a look at the first video I did on the Mellotron here, and I'll see you over there to enjoy it.